Introduction. The Battle of Chickamauga in 1863 was a significant clash between Union and Confederate forces during the American Civil War. It ended a Union offensive in Tennessee and Georgia, marking the first major battle in Georgia and the second bloodiest after Gettysburg. Union General Rosecrans faced Confederate General Bragg near Chickamauga Creek, resulting in a fierce engagement. Initially, Bragg tried to reoccupy Chattanooga, but the Union Army stood firm. On September 19, the Confederates launched strong assaults but couldn't break the Union line. The next day, a misinformed Rosecrans created a gap, leading to a Confederate breakthrough. However, Union forces regrouped on Horseshoe Ridge under General Thomas and held their ground until twilight. Ultimately, the Union retreated to Chattanooga, while the Confederates besieged the city. Background. In the summer of 1863, General Rosecrans led a successful campaign in Tullahoma, moving southeast from Murfreesboro and forcing General Bragg to withdraw from Middle Tennessee to Chattanooga. This strategic move opened the door for the Union to advance towards Atlanta. Chattanooga was a crucial rail hub and manufacturing center. Bragg's army was reinforced but had internal conflicts, and he preferred to wait for Rosecrans to attack. The Confederate government sent reinforcements from Virginia. The campaign took its name from West Chickamauga Creek, although the exact meaning of Chickamauga is debated. Rosecrans faced logistical challenges but devised a plan to deceive Bragg while crossing the Tennessee River. The Union Army successfully crossed, and Bragg evacuated Chattanooga. The Union pursued Bragg, but divisions within the Confederate Army prevented a successful attack. Rosecrans concentrated his forces, and Bragg saw an opportunity to attack Crittenden's corps but failed to execute the plan. Battle. Rosecrans's movement of Thomas's 14th Corps surprised Bragg and positioned the Army of the Cumberland's left flank farther north than expected. Bragg planned to attack the Union left, but he misjudged its location. The Battle of Chickamauga began accidentally when Union pickets searched for water. As the battle unfolded, both sides sent reinforcements and engaged in fierce fighting. By the end of the first day, the Confederates had gained ground but failed to achieve a decisive victory. Bragg missed opportunities to defeat Rosecrans due to his disjointed attacks. Bragg reorganized his army for the second day of battle. Rosecrans's fortified defensive line had Thomas and McCook in their positions, with Crittenden in reserve and Granger prepared to support Thomas. Thomas requested Negley's division to fix a line issue, but Negley had not been relieved, frustrating Rosecrans. On the second day, coordinated Confederate attacks targeted the Union left flank. Breckinridge's brigades made some progress, but the Confederate right wing's performance showed command incompetence. Cleburne's division faced resistance, and confusion hampered the Confederate attack. The Confederate assault on the right flank dwindled by noon, causing chaos among the Union forces. Rosecrans gave conflicting orders to Wood, adding to the confusion. Stewart's and Longstreet's divisions launched attacks, disrupting the Union line. Longstreet's concentrated force, led by Hood, aimed to break through, resulting in a grand and intense scene as the Union Army suffered a devastating rout. The Confederate forces captured Union artillery at the Dyer Field, but a counterattack led by Colonel Harker caused them to retreat. Hood was wounded, and Harker's men held their ground at Horseshoe Ridge against Confederate assaults. Hindman's division faced resistance, while Sheridan and Davis resisted the Confederate advance. Wilder's counterattack was interrupted by the arrival of Assistant Secretary of War Dana. Union resistance crumbled, and Rosecrans fled to Chattanooga, leaving Thomas in command. Thomas's divisions held their lines, and reinforcements arrived at Horseshoe Ridge. Granger sent reinforcements without orders, and several attacks and counterattacks ensued. Longstreet finally deployed his reserves, but Thomas received an order to retreat. The Union soldiers withdrew, and some regiments were left behind and forced to surrender. Aftermath. After Thomas withdrew his units to Rossville Gap, he earned the nickname, Rock of Chickamauga, for his unwavering determination. Garfield reported their successful defense to Rosecrans, urging him to rejoin and lead the army. However, Rosecrans remained in Chattanooga, physically and psychologically drained. Bragg's pursuit was hindered by logistical challenges, lack of bridges, and the Tennessee River. The battle resulted in heavy losses for both sides, but Bragg failed to achieve his objectives. Rosecrans withdrew to Chattanooga, where the Confederates laid siege. Chickamauga marked the Confederates' last chance for a decisive victory. Lincoln tried to boost Rosecrans' morale, while privately expressing concerns.